Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Northgard, and I'm hoping the conclusion of this conquest campaign. Listen, we can definitely do this. We haven't completely filled out our bonuses, but I don't think the ones we're missing are going to matter. It is a 1v3, but it sounds like the deal is, it sounds like the map's going to be like roughly a donut, and so we're only going to have two of them adjacent to us at any one time. So it'll just be a matter of a 2v1 followed by another 2v1. Really? We'll see. 10 years. And our new bonus is Oscaria is stronger. Honestly, it doesn't feel like an awesome ability. The spirit animals are kind of weak, but also in this game, just having more bodies in a fight is really meaningful. I don't know. It's probably the case that the Oscaria hasn't mattered that much because I've mostly been using it in situations where we were probably going to win the battle anyway. I could probably use it a lot more aggressively and push through situations that we would not otherwise win if I was really, you know, being aggressive with it. All right, so we're going to do the standard open here. It has worked out really well for us in the last like 5 or 6 battles. Why change it, right? We're definitely going to have a more functional early military. Actually, start here. Start with this one. Which means, first of all, I need to take money generation more seriously. And secondly, I need to not devote people to so many different tasks so quickly. A good way to take money generation seriously is going to be having multiple coastal tiles, obviously. We should probably explore that way too, yeah. Alright, I really want this to be the region that I build my Woodcutters Lodge in, but I just don't, we can't wait, I don't think. It's fine. We'll build a second Woodcutters Lodge there. It'll be good. Okay, so this region is not actually coastal, I bet. I'm sure we can't, I'm sure we can't build a dock there. It is a real shame that the forest had wolves in it, or wolf singular. Actually, it's a real shame that it's wolf singular. There's a big difference between one wolf and 2 wolves. So, you know, this game, we're gonna get 2 people set up on this as soon as we have 2 people to set on it. And then we have fish, we have farmland. Let's make sure that we know everything that is adjacent to these regions. Okay, 3 more wolves, that's good news. We definitely want to get those first couple of upgrades as quickly as possible. Those first couple of combat upgrades, I should say. And then, like, I think this won't necessarily be the last game of the series. I do want to try to, like, win 1 or 2 on hard. And also, I want to get to play with more of the clans. There are definitely some clans that I have never played with. I really do, at this point, want to try to get an actual win with the squirrels. Gosh, we have access to so much early stone. This is really nice, actually. I'm going to colonize this region as well. I don't think I want to build my military building here. So we're going to build it in this other spot instead. Because here we want to have room for Woodcutters Lodge plus fish plus stone mine. Oh wow, a second forest. Interesting. Okay, one of you go do that. This is not a 2-person job, probably. We got the immediate area scouted. I feel pretty good about that. We are going to need more food to hire our various cats. Gosh, military buildings take forever. Alright, Brunder can go and take down the single wolf, no problem. Now, there are not quite... 6 isn't going to do it, right? This is going to be 2 wolves to get the first upgrade, and then we'll need 80 more fur. Yeah, and there will only be 60 more fur worth of wolves to fight. So we do have to take the get fur from mythical creatures bonus before we take the heal, I think. Which does mean that we're going to have to set healers up earlier, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That could be a very useful thing to do anyway. I'm going to set up the longship dock first, though. Right, we can get the other cat. Alright, so this will be that big central lake. Right, because, yeah, there's another 45 wool here, and then we're going to be just short. And we're going to need to fight mythical creatures for the next upgrade. Okay. Let's get the lore and the money. Do love sailors. And we need to put up the healer's hut next. Where do we want to do that? I probably want to grab another region for that, actually. There's iron here, but I think we're probably gonna aim for Healer's Hut, Woodcutters Lodge, Sailors. In fact, we're probably gonna tear down this Woodcutters Lodge eventually. So maybe I could just... Maybe we can just put the Healer's Hut here. There are 2 Draugr in this area? I'm not sure that I think we will be able to clear them, or even clear one of them necessarily. Not without some healing getting done first. We do also need to build a house, which we will do in this region as soon as we can. Okay. House is what, 50-10? Yeah. I'm a little leery of... Like, building this is a little concerning. It's going to leave us with very little wood stockpiled going into winter, but I don't think we want to be going all this time without the ability to get more population, so... We'll build it and hope. And as soon as the healers don't have anything to heal anymore, they'll be gathering food for us, and hopefully it'll be enough. If we're still positive on wood, maybe we can get the fishery up. All right, go get him. Quickly before winter falls. Okay, so now what we want to do is kill 2 wolves. I'm not going to get there in time. we're not gonna be able to get both of them. Shit, I was trying to get the cats healing each other in time. So we need 80 wood for this. I mean, I guess we can. I was gonna run out into a tile that wasn't that would have the healers not healing them outside of our border, but actually it doesn't seem necessary. We're losing food, but not very much. Okay, the Erdebrunn, definitely a thing worth building toward quickly. Okay. We're safe from attacks. That will slow down the amount of... Well, now that's interesting. That'll slow down the amount of hostility that we're getting. Actually, completely remove the hostility that we're getting from outside of our borders. What is the right way to expand up? We could grab the ancient graveyard, but I actually don't want the units from the ancient graveyard. I can't see the border lines clearly enough. Okay, yeah, this region is adjacent to the runestones. That is the direction we will go in. Also, hooray! Nope, that's the wrong building. Hooray, Fisherman's Hut. And the healers are almost done healing, so we'll be back to higher gathering in just a moment here. Okay, and we have enough money to hire in Mieliki as well, which is relevant because we now have the lure allowing us to place the deer lures. The next thing we build, I think, should be the Woodcutters Lodge over here. And yeah, look at that. We're like positive on food. Everything's great. Next colonization is 120. We might want to take colonization, actually, as our next lore, because we are going to need an awful lot of territory, probably. We're going to have to build out a lot. We're okay for right now. I definitely want to set up trade with the giants as soon as we can. We could establish one of those wells too, potentially. So what is it? It's 50, right? Okay. As soon as we get to 50, I actually wonder, maybe we should, instead of expanding again right now, maybe we should feast. No, we don't need to. I was thinking for the wood production bonus. Oh right, there's already a villager walking around in that region. Alright, so we're adjacent to enemies again, and this tile has 4 Draugr on it, which is potentially going to be really ugly. All right, we got a lot of buildings we need to build. Next thing up is probably more housing. And then we're going to have to actually pull some stone at some point. We'll start with this one, obviously. How many buildings? Okay. The normal 3. Get you up here. We are starting to run a little short on villagers, unfortunately. Our happiness is not as great as it could be. Okay. Probably we need a brewery next. We have the population space. We need this. We're going to need the town hall upgrade soon as well. But right now I'm just like I'm very focused on making sure the population growth is a thing that can keep happening. So do we? No, we don't get a like a clear indication of which coast tile is potentially under threat. Well, whatever, it's fine. Do I want colonization? I mean, recruitment's awfully good as well, of course. It's just a 25% speed increase. Let me pick up colonization. All right, and then we'll finish clearing this tile. So 110. 110 we can make. All right, in theory, we have a reasonable growth rate now. And then the next thing we do up here is definitely going to have to be that mine. Let's start getting our upgrades. Once we have this, this is where we'll build... this is where we'll build our like trading post, and also we're going to need a forge somewhere. We don't quite have the... we don't have a huge amount of hunters at the moment, so we're not, I think, super strongly incentivized to go for the forge right now. Although it will improve the woodcutters. Actually, you know what? Maybe y'all should just hang out down here. Alright, let's get at least 5 more stone. So we're up against a boar, bear, and squirrel. We know the squirrel player can share feasts with their allies, so the squirrel player is potentially contributing a lot of buffs overall and would probably be a good first target if we can work that out. I don't know exactly where they're going to be relative to us. I don't think I'm going to build an offering well, because I don't think we're in a huge hurry. Is my territory under attack? There we go. Oh, really? Okay, there we go. Now that they've turned around, you can go back and fight. Okay, cool. So, one more kill and we will have our next upgrade here, and I guess we may as well just go get it. A little surprised to hear the clan's starving. We're going to deal with it. We're going to make it worse first, but then we're going to deal with it. It's like not the most ideal time to be building this. I like totally forgot to put that down. We also can, of course, just establish some lures. God, it takes such a long time to build a forge. You know what? Come up here and work this. You also come over here and work this. It turns out tremendously important. Okay, and with the healers actually healing, that certainly helps. And I am going to need another building slot in this territory, I think. That's fine. We have the money for it. Alright, next couple of bodies who show up are becoming hunters. Sorry, the next body who shows up is upgrading the hunter tools and then becoming a hunter. And if we could spare somebody from a task, we can do that. Don't know if recruitment is really our concern at this point. We're going to need a lot of money. Do I want to go to shipbuilding before military stuff? We're going to end up on 6 sailors. It's actually probably worth it. How much stone is left here? Oh, right. Yeah, of course, because that's not the one we're mining. I was like, 30? How can it be 30? Okay, what I might do is... Well, we're gonna need this. Oh no, sorry, you're gonna come and upgrade tools first. Let's queue up the hunter upgrade. And then you know what? Do the woodcutter upgrade too. But I am going to pull one of the woodcutters from this tile to work on this. And then we're going to upgrade this thing. Yeah, we'll upgrade this Woodcutters Lodge, bounce the other woodcutter from here over to there. It's going to cost 50, yeah, 50, 50, 10. Okay. And then we can demolish this and use that space to build the stone mine instead. Plus, we're gonna get some extra money from this. We're gonna get some extra money from trading with the giants in a second here. We're going to be okay on cash for continuing upgrades. And this is all just like basic infrastructure stuff. We haven't really done any prepping militarily, and the enemy is at the border. Alright, hunter tools are very solid. Happy to hear it. Alright, got our mythical lure. Do I want to put it down somewhere? We could drop it like... This stone territory doesn't feel like the best place, but I don't know where else I would want to... Actually, not sure where I want to expand next. I guess we want to expand to here. So probably what I do is I hold money, we expand here, and then we put the lure out over that way. This will be a good spot to sort of like bottleneck against their progress. And I guess you can just start sailing? Yeah, because we're actually really positive on food when it's not winter. You're going to start working on this. You are going to finish that. We do just kind of need people fast. Like, we need people coming in faster. We also need more money for upgrades still. We also, we need everything. We need everything so much. Go join up over here for the moment, actually. Well, we want people farming all summer. You know, we're about to hit our feast anyway. I'm not gonna stress about it. Food's fine. We're doing fine on food. Okay. So you're covering this. The next body's not going to be in for a while. Oh, we finished the stone mine. Okay. One of you go do that. With the other one, come down here and start farming, I guess? Actually, never mind that thing I just said. Come do this instead. Alright, next time we get a villager in, this is the first thing they're doing. But there we go. I'm feeling pretty prepped as far as continuing growth goes. That has been player bordered. Okay, well. You know what we do need? Oh, interesting. A zombie just came out of that tile. So that's a neutral border. And if it's a neutral border that came up through expansion, we know whose border it is. We're going to trade spare food to the giants because they love that shit. We're going to pick up shipbuilding because shipbuilding is great. Okay, so what is next? We need a scout again, and I probably need to upgrade the scout hut. So after this person finishes building this house, I think they're going to help us scout. I'm not 100% sure whether I want to go for the bonfire thing. I mean, it's a whole free technology, right? That is significant. I think we're all going to fall back real quick. I also think I'm going to feast again. Okay. Let's get back over here just in case. I'm going to take this thing right now. That's probably a player border. Alright, so we have lots of clarity here. We're also pulling in just like a tremendous amount of food. I'm going to throw up a silo here real quick. Should probably have a couple of silos. And then we have some territory we can take in sort of our backfield area. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. It's going to slow down the other thing, but we certainly have the spare wood. Hey, what a surprise. It's a bunch of kobolds. It's a bunch of kobolds and a bunch of draugr. Yeah, I mean, I guess we knew, right? Well, we do have to clear everything on this tile before we can use it for stuff, so I guess let's do that. Okay. We got all the kobolds clear. We can get these things clear as well. Oh, our scout can make us some money. Actually, we should definitely build a marketplace as well. We don't even necessarily need anybody to work it. We need to have it. If we're going to have a large amount of money, we should have the ability to use it to buy goods. Somebody else is beating me on the wood trade? Okay, it's the Clan of the Bear is the one we found. That's a shame. Like I said, I really did want to take out Squirrel first if we could. Hold on, we'll get that in just a second. Okay. We got one Draugr overflow. Okay, I don't actually know what I want you to do right now. Actually, I do know what I want you to do right now. Build me a defensive tower. So the bear's going to get the bonfire. I don't care enough to build a second trading post for this. So we're just going to go back to trading food with the giants. And I should have done that earlier. Okay. They already have a an upgraded defensive tower there, which is kind of annoying. Okay. No, healers focus on the more damaged cat, not the less damaged one. All right, let's pursue some upgrades on our most important buildings, like the Hunters Lodge. And also the Hunters Lodge. Oh, we don't have lodges though. That's the only lodge. We're actually okay on food. Well, I guess I can't pursue another upgrade anyway. I've run out of stone. Okay. So pushing hard on Oscaria is definitely going to be in our best interest. We're gonna want to make sure we're clearing mythical animals as early as we can every single time. All right, you get up here. We can do a tool upgrade on our sailors. I think that's definitely worthwhile. You can start mining as soon as the mine is finished. And then we have another new villager who can also do that. Let's Let's defensive strategy. Let's make sure that we're in position to hold things down. Also, apparently I'm gonna have to here, why don't you turn back? We'll get the building thing sorted out in a moment. Turns out we are going to need a house. Although we also can we can upgrade a house right now. Oh no, sorry, we need 5 stone. Soon. We can upgrade a house real soon, and that'll give us a little bit of room to grow into. And also a little bit of bonus happiness. But still, it's good to finish this. I'm a little reluctant to actually take this territory over. Maybe it's fine. Where's my scout? How's my scout doing? My scout is revealing more blue territory, which is... Actually, no, they're not. They're revealing an unoccupied territory near blue's territory. This is going to be 420. Okay, we'll hold off on clearing that tile for a moment. And yep, they are getting feasted by their ally, which we knew would be the case. So if we're not going to clear this right now, let's come over here and knock this out. You are going to use some of our iron to improve the sailor's tools. And then probably the brewers, maybe? More happiness is more good. Okay. They do so love to divide their fire. So maybe I do need one of those stones. Of course. The squirrel player is the one who is furthest away. I don't love being adjacent to the other player, but I do want to get Mimir's-Brunn. See if we can stop him from building the tower. Okay, the answer is no, we cannot stop them from building the tower because they will coordinate against us, which is not like a huge surprise. They did a good job there of placing their warrior completely inside of their war chief, so I couldn't possibly attack the war chief. We might still be able to prevent this. Towers go up pretty slowly, as you can see. Okay. Actually, explore this way. This is where their home is going to be. We're going to have to wipe one of these players out in probably pretty short order here if we want to survive, so let's take that kind of seriously. I don't know that feasting actually makes all that much sense for us right now. You need to find something else to do. I'm not sure what it is right now. Just turn to one of these. We don't really need the bonus happiness right this second, but we will. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to try to take that region over. I just don't want them to have it. Let's get back over here. So, Blue has this bear. The bear... I believe the bear cannot leave Blue's territory. It's a powerful combat unit, but it's only useful defensively, I think. I might be wrong about that. You two just become villagers again for a second. One of you can become a sailor instead. Okay, get some lore master stuff going. It's interesting that they haven't actually done anything to the lure. They've just left it alive. I think, you know what? This does actually build up just too slowly. I think we do have to build the offering stone. So once the mythical animals show up and start attacking, we're going to run in here and try to piggyback off of their interference. I guess I'm going to organize a feast just because we're about to hit our food cap. I don't really know what to do with it. I bet that's their capital. We just need to reveal the capital, and then we can figure things out after that. What's my food cap right now? We're actually getting really close. Well, the thing we can definitely do in complete safety is the construction of a couple of silos. Room on that to just accumulate while I plan. Let all the mythical animals make a choice. They think they're going to attack us while we're killing their war chief? Y'all know you don't have a war chief, yes? What is your plan for surviving this attack? Alright, let's go decap this region, I guess. Come on, decap, decap. All right, and we burned out their relic. Overall, I would say very successful. Now we want to have a huge stockpile of resources because it's about to be a blizzard time. Okay, one more. So our next thing is going to be Nimble Paws, and then we'll pick up Freya's Blessing at the same time, which is going to be very good. Good time to get Freya's Blessing. Very important. We let them build the thing. That's fine. We are going to get fire arrows next. And then with all of our building damage bonuses, a couple of trackers will do some very, very good work against those towers. You get over here and do this. Probably going to have a couple of civilians or a couple of villagers jump on the Woodcutters Lodge as well to try to lose less during the upcoming blizzard. And we have a pretty mighty stockpile. We're going to be losing stuff badly, but we're also, I think, in okay shape. I'm winning with them, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, my scout died. Well, I mean, villagers are at their least effective during a winter, so perhaps counterintuitively, I think it makes sense to get back to scouting now. I think we're going to scout blue out instead. I was thinking we were going to try to push through yellow, but now I wonder if maybe pushing through blue makes more sense. Yellow has very poor defenses, though. Yeah, you know what? Come over here. We might be able to burn yellow down real fast. Yellow's clan of the boar, so they don't have an extra strong bear unit to help them play defense, which is helpful. Okay, this is the spectral beast thing, which is like pretty minor in my opinion. All right, there's stuff over here is burning down, which is fun. I do want to knock out the next crew of mythical animals here, I think. Well, do I? There's a bear, and you know what? Maybe I just want to leave that up for the moment. Our Oscaria is already pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to leave that up for the moment. We'll use it to defend against blue. Alright, good news. You two are both becoming trackers. Wait, what did I do? What did I do that for? That's not what I wanted. I wanted you two. Oh, right. We picked up some sheep at some point, so we want to distribute them to the tiles that have the largest number of people working on them. This one's high value. I guess let's go ahead and grab Wild Hunt. Oh no, sorry, we got Mimmer's Brun. So relics don't use a building slot. Reveals the position of all neutrals. Trade routes with neutrals give more money and fame, or sorry, fame and lore, money and lore, or plus 100% attack power for a military unit that is alone in its zone. We're never going to want to make use of that. And I don't build enough relics, probably. I don't. This is fine, I guess. We'll take this one. knock this region out. Oh, that's their capital. That's the town hall building right there. What was I thinking? So it's 8:04, and we haven't wiped out any players yet. But once we have enough military power to knock down one player, it'll be pretty easy to turn around and push it against the others. So I'm not too stressed about that. This hasn't been scouted. That's weird. It's weird that they grabbed it, but then they didn't actually scout it. Okay, and we get an indication of the location of the neutrals, but not like what they are or anything. I feel like I was definitely already at war against Garth on account of we just decolonized one of his regions. That feels like war to me, personally. So the scout needs to... yeah, get over here. We're just going to break this stuff down. And I think I will colonize this region. Gives us a better place to retreat to in case this turns around on us. Okay. Pretty sure we want Wild Hunt, which we will totally get at some point. Alright, so we can just go straight to their home region now, where I will hit the Oscaria button and we will murder everything. Okay, all the beasts summoned in the wrong tile, because Mialiki moves slowly, but... get him! It is kind of nice to have a get an entire army button. I was smart, the war chief went for the ranged immediately. Oh, yeah. I mean, we may as well save these. There's no reason not to. Okay, I do believe this is a player eliminated and a hostile neighbor eliminated. There are purple units running around, so we're probably not too far from purple's territory, but one problem at a time. Okay. Purple's gonna run over here and try to do something, but that unit is so damaged. Yeah. Kill these purples real fast, head home. And, I mean, you know what? Let's put up another defense tower, I guess. Just in case. I don't think we're going to have to play too much defense over there. Not right away, at least. So that's... I don't see their capital building through the fog. We know this region wasn't theirs when our scout was trying to explore it earlier. Like, the border definitely ended. So, oh, there it is. Huh. Yeah, you just have to get kind of like the right angle on the fog. Okay, so we're going to heal up here. We should probably build another military building somewhere. That'd be a good idea. Let's get a shield bearer camp up here. That's annoying. I mean, not that we need the money income. Do I want to try to knock this out? Let's go ahead and try to knock this out. Or at least get some of it down. Okay, we have properly met the squirrel. The squirrel has come in to resettle all this territory. I mean, I guess, actually, we could try to push through all of this squirrel stuff. I think I still want to reveal this. And if we're doing that, we should probably just... Because, like, the squirrel's territory is going to be very disoriented, right? Disoriented? That's not the word I mean. But, you know, not set up well. Because they're, like, expanding really rapidly and everything. Alright, give me this. Okay. Next Oscaria, even better. It was super weird that I was not allowed to select my villagers there. Here, put a house up in this region just so you have a place to hang out. I feel like withdrawing might have been smart. How's this going? 63. Okay, did we finish this? We did. So that definitely makes me want to put more people into the tracker's hut. And actually, for the purpose of fighting players, we should definitely do this. Okay. I was about to... Boy, that happened literally instantly, huh? Yeah, I was about to come down and stop the raids, but... let's definitely get the tracker upgrade. We don't have the stone to upgrade the building. Not that I want the... mostly I wanted it for the upgrade to the warband size. Here, let's do a big feast. Somebody should go fix that. Hi. Purple guys coming through Blue's territory. Very strange. Okay. That's interesting. Where's my scout right now? How's my scout doing? Oof. Very, very slow work. I mean, it is what it is. As soon as winter ends, we're gonna do some harm here. Should I go? Ah, there's 2 bears in that group, and also the kobolds have resettled. Alright, so let me have 1 villager become a warrior. We'll have another villager become a shield bearer. Each military unit gets an extra 10%. Each of our trackers gets a 10% boost for having these units around. And then, like, also, it's not like their abilities are completely worthless. We don't have enough iron to do another upgrade, but, like, the warrior charge thing is totally cool. We'll have it sometime, relatively soon. I do wish your units would position themselves a little bit more intelligently. The trackers always want to be in the front for some reason. Yeah, you see what I'm doing. You're correct about that. It's not going to matter. I should probably be thinking about, like, combat-relevant relics. A thunderstorm before, like, to drop a thunderstorm in a zone before we attack it, could potentially be useful. What does it take to build an Altar of Kings? It's 15 stone. Okay. Oh, you know what? We could do an Emissary Lodge, actually. We should definitely have a rivalry, because there's that one rivalry that gives you bonus defense against a player's units, right? I wonder if we could sweep around from the other side. Maybe I should have the scout come back here. I'm just thinking, like, attacking through this territory is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, even with all of our upgrades. Let's let everything come into being, and then go forth and eat their high damage units as quickly as possible. You do not have to focus on the bear. The bear is not the most important thing. What? I wanted to select that unit to move it out because it was taking damage, but the UI did not do the thing I was expecting. Okay, well that seems like it's probably pretty much the end for them. Let's have a unit become a shield bearer. The tower will handle this. I guess we can send the cats over too. Even just one cat should probably be able to solve it. Fucking kobolds. Alright, group up, nerds. Next feast is at 1625, which we literally cannot do. The next region has a proper defensive tower, which is unfortunate. We should actually let's uncap this, but then slide back and grab some of the wolves so that we can get to the fire arrow upgrade, because it's actually significant. It'll help us bring this upgraded defense tower down a little bit. Goddamn scouts. Alright, let's get 2 scouts going. The 2 of you, get the hell over here and explore. This is a problem with scouts. They die very irresponsibly. Okay. Yep, fire arrows are great. This is a very developed region. Oh, the, well, I don't actually have that many villagers left. I was going to say the docks are functional again, but let's let all this stuff get repaired first. Okay, we've stolen so much housing from our opponents that we are 20 bodies below our cap. We're still remarkably happy, although the clan wants better houses. Seems like a relatively cheap way to buy a little bit more happiness. And in fact, it should be no problem for us to buy a bunch of stone and upgrade another house. We also should be able to assign somebody to become an emissary. I guess we can, you know what? Let's come back here. We can wait 30 seconds and Oscaria them. Oh, if they want to fight right here, right now, we can absolutely do that. Oh, the bear can leave your territory. Maybe it's just that it can't enter other players' territory or something like that. No, pursue. Do not let the bear get away. Did it not... It's just not going off for whatever reason? There we go. And we can actually just roll right into their home territory because there is a region adjacent to it that's not owned, so we don't have to wait to decolonize this one. I just wanted to burn out the tower real fast. I guess I didn't need to. We chased the bear in there. Yeah, that was not necessary. Hooray! We have acquired a Jotun champion. Let's decolonize this thing, and then we'll head out somewhere else. I guess I'm about to not be able to have a rivalry, right? Because we do not have any idea where Purple's capital is yet. It's not this one; it's this one. And then we'll pull our scouts back as soon as they clear that, because that's all of the information we will ever need. They can just become sailors. Yeah, exploring other players' territory is a lot slower. Like a lot slower, geez. Alright, are we all back in friendly territory healing up? Let's all get over here. You gotta issue those move orders super early because of the giant. No, not you. Why would it select... I have 3 scouts. One of them currently has orders, 2 of them don't. You would think when you just do the single click, it would select the one who doesn't, who doesn't currently have orders. All right, we do need to make some more money here. For each 100 military experience you have less, your rival gains increased attack power, but we don't even have the concept of military experience. So, produce more lore. Okay, yeah, for each 50 fame, 9% additional defense against their units. Works for me. Every little bit, right? Okay, let's get in here and just splatter some nerds. Sure. Really? He has not partaken in a single foe kill? Are you sure? That doesn't seem right. We are actually still somehow negative on money. So I guess we'll throw some more bodies at the market here. Yeah, wow, with the fire arrows and the campaign upgrade to building damage, we are really burning through towers very quickly. Okay, 2 buildings that didn't even actually matter. Yeah, I think we're probably pretty solid here. They're at the point where they are running villagers into the region just to slow down the decapture. And in theory, we could uncap a lot of this stuff very easily because they'll have a hard time reinforcing it, but I see no reason not to just continue forward. So is the giant still on 0%? Yeah, interesting. Partaking in a foe kill. I assumed that meant when a unit died, every unit that had dealt damage to it would have their experience hunters tick up. But maybe what it actually means is getting the killing blow on a unit, in which case the text is objectively wrong. I guess just hang out over here. Their war chief trying desperately to just run through the zone and get to the other side. That's weird. When you press the button to fire Oscaria, it just doesn't work about half the time. They have a lot of bodies, but it's very difficult to imagine being successful against this number of units, almost regardless of what unit they are. Okay, and it's only 8:06. Yeah, so we went 4 years without meaningful military conflict, and then conquered the entire island in the next 2, which I knew was going to be about how it went. Like, once you have the military, the hard part about beating another opponent is putting together a military that is sufficient to fight a player. Once you've done that, you can just keep rolling forward. I will say, though, I do feel like this game, it doesn't snowball as much as a lot of military-type games do, where conquering another player... Like, when you take over a player's territory in, like, a 4X or something, you become so much more powerful. In this game, eliminating another player doesn't grant you immediate control of very much. You need to, you have opportunity, but you still need to have the resources necessary to take advantage of that opportunity. I think the combat design is pretty good here. So yeah, we did it. Apparently there were some dwarves up there that we never interacted with. And we definitely, we got lucky starting next to the giants. That was very helpful. But we did clear the first 2 players without a giant. We certainly didn't need the giant. So, in any case, let's head on back to the conquest map and receive our total victory acknowledgement. Conquered. So that's it. Okay. It's a little bit less fanfare than I might have liked. You know, I'm not saying I need like a cinematic for every faction or anything, but you know, whatever. It's fine. Anyway, that's conquest mode. So there is a, sorry, I'm not trying to do that. There is a story mode, which we have played through part of. Let me just poke my head in here. Is there anything new? No. Okay. There is a new story chapter coming. It is not out yet. I couldn't remember if it was out yet or not. Oh, we earned a town hall skin by finishing conquest mode. Okay. That's cool. It's neat that there's like a way of showing off that you've done that, and presumably that that town hall skin is visible to other people in multiplayer, so you're getting to quote unquote show off for whatever that's worth. But yeah, that's conquest mode. Definitely worth playing through on hard, probably, because it does. Normal is maybe just a little bit too low. Hard is really quite difficult though. So when you come back next time tomorrow, my plan is to try winning on hard in some normal games. We'll play around with the different clans. I don't know. I don't think we've ever played the boar. The boar might be interesting. The Kraken clan seems fun. The Howl of the Sea Master. You get these spectral warriors. And you don't have a way of like making them less harmful to your units. So that's a bummer. We've definitely played this stuff in the second row before. I know we ended the last series by playing as the Clan of the Dragon, I believe. But yeah, let's fiddle around with some of these things. Try to get a win or two on hard. Just explore the game space a little bit more. So that is going to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time tomorrow, all the stuff I just said that probably should have been like inside the outro. How does this business work? I don't have any idea. So we'll see you then.